Welcome to the Daily Threat, your one-stop shop for all the latest news and updates in the world of cybersecurity. It's March 16, 2023, and we've got a packed episode for you today, covering 4 major stories that you need to know about. Remember to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on all the latest developments in cybersecurity. The Daily Threat is brought to you by QIT Solutions, your trusted partner for all your IT and security needs. Our first story today comes from the Register, discussing Microsoft's recent Patch Tuesday release. This time, the company has addressed a whopping 92 security vulnerabilities across its range of products. Among these, 17 are classified as critical, which means they pose a significant risk and should be patched as soon as possible. Some of the critical vulnerabilities fixed in this update include remote code execution vulnerabilities in Microsoft Exchange Server, privilege escalation flaws in Windows, security feature bypass vulnerabilities in Microsoft Office. As always, our recommendation is to keep your systems up to date by installing the latest patches. This will minimize the risk of attackers exploiting these vulnerabilities. In addition, it's essential to have a robust security infrastructure in place, including firewalls, intrusion detection systems, and regular security audits to protect your network and data. Next up, we have a report from the Hacker News about Yorotrooper, a new banking Trojan that has been discovered stealing credentials and bank information from unsuspecting victims. This malware is being distributed through phishing campaigns and malicious advertisements, using social engineering tactics to trick users into downloading and executing the Trojan. Once the victim's system is infected, Yorotrooper leverages multiple techniques to evade detection and maintain persistence. It then proceeds to steal sensitive data, such as login credentials, banking information, and personal data, which can be used for identity theft and financial fraud. To protect yourself and your organization from Yorotrooper and similar threats, it's crucial to follow these best practices. Be cautious with emails and attachments from unknown sources. Educate employees on phishing and social engineering tactics. Keep your systems and software updated with the latest security patches. Use strong, unique passwords for all your online accounts. Enable multi-factor authentication, MFA, wherever possible. Our third story today comes from Wired, which highlights a recent surge in fake LinkedIn profiles created by state-sponsored actors and cybercriminals. These fake profiles are being used to conduct espionage, spread disinformation, and target individuals and organizations for scams. To avoid falling victim to such attacks, we recommend the following. Be cautious when accepting connection requests from people you don't know or with incomplete profiles. Verify the legitimacy of the requester by checking their background, work history, and mutual connections. Be cautious when sharing sensitive information with new connections. Report any suspicious profiles to LinkedIn for investigation. Our final story comes from Bleeping Computer, reporting on a recent cyber attack against a U.S. federal agency. The attackers exploited an old Telerik bug to gain access to the agency's systems and steal sensitive data. This incident highlights the importance of patching and updating software components, even those that may seem insignificant. Telerik is a popular user interface (UI) framework used in many web applications, and the outdated component allowed the attackers to breach the agency's network. To mitigate the risks associated with outdated components and software, we recommend the following best practices. Regularly update all software components, including frameworks and libraries, to their latest versions. Conduct security audits to identify and address vulnerabilities in your infrastructure. Implement network segmentation to limit the damage if a breach occurs. Monitor your systems for any signs of unauthorized access or suspicious activity. Train employees on cybersecurity best practices and the importance of keeping software up to date. That wraps up today's episode of the Daily Threat. Stay informed and protect your digital assets by subscribing to our channel for the latest news and updates in the world of cybersecurity. And don't forget, the Daily Threat is brought to you by QIT Solutions, your trusted partner for all your IT and security needs. Together, we can stay ahead of cyber threats and keep our data safe. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on the Daily Threat.